Hello, hello. Hey, y'all. For the one, if you can hear me. For the one, if you can hear and see me. Yes. So far, so good. Yes. Yes. Hey, y'all. Well, we got some things to talk about. We got fake pregnancies, fake babies, bishops that's cutting the shop. Is that what we doing now? Begging like Keith Sweat from the pulpit? Oh, some of y'all gonna be mad at me. Hmm. Hey, hey. I'm a little nervous about turning my music on. I don't know if that may affect the sound, so it ain't gonna be no music, child. Hey, 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 hey. Dialed has call instructions that have prevented the completion of your call. Spam. Talking about some call. Then why you calling my phone if there's restrictions? Mm, mm, mm. Is that right, Catherine? All right, let's do roll call, child. Ain't gonna keep y'all. No, I'm really not gonna keep y'all tonight. We have Laquita, we have Ivory, we have Sophia, we have Megan, we have Felonious, we have Ferry, and we have Catherine. How y'all doing? Hey, Deidre, how y'all doing? All right. Now, before I get started, me and Mary are doing a collab tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Eastern on her channel. Y'all know Mary from Kiki and Kivets. And we're gonna be talking about love after lockup stuff, and I think 90 Day Fiance. So tomorrow, Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, okay? Y'all going over there to Kiki and Kivets channel, okay? Watch me over there cut up. We're gonna talk about some things. We're gonna have a ball. We're gonna get into some things. So y'all go ahead and head on over there tomorrow, 7 p.m. at Kiki and Kibit's channel. Hey, Auntie. All right, let's talk about this health. I'm starting off strong. Okay? I want to talk about this health. Do 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 do. I want to introduce y'all to her. Her name is, hey Sophia, her name is Kiara Cousins. Y'all see this, right? Did y'all see the baby that's laying there in the pink? All cutesy, all bundled up. Y'all see that? Look at it. Look at that little baby. Okay, allegedly fresh out the womb. Now this is Kiara Cousins. She's Scottish. And did y'all see her in her cute little white dress and her cute little baby bump? Ain't she just adorable? Hey Janae, don't she just look so happy and fresh? She just looks so happy. She is so excited to be a mom. Miss Kiara is a fraud. She's a fraud, y'all. That is not a real baby bump. In fact, it's fake. Just like that smile. See, Kiara thought that she can go around family, friends, having a baby shower, having a gender reveal, having a child, and no one will notice that once said child was born, it was going to look like that, a white raisin. Now I want y'all to look at that baby real close. Because see, that's not a real baby. That is one of those reborn fake baby dolls that Kiara thought that it could pass as a real child. Now y'all want to talk about the level of crazy. You said it. Crazy. Who does that? So she had a boyfriend. She announced to her family, her friends, that she was pregnant. Everybody was excited. She's out here doing gender reveal parties, getting gifts. And then there was this one cousin who took it to Twitter. And this one particular cousin said, well, let me tell you about my cousin Kiara. Something ain't right. Hey, train wreck. See, something ain't right with Kiara. Kiara walking around here with a baby bump, but something ain't right. And so the cousin said that she had her doubts. But she said, you know what? That's my cousin. I love her. Everybody's happy that she's pregnant. But something ain't right here. So, of course, she showed the ultrasound pictures of said baby. She's like rubbing her belly. She even made a video of her baby inside her belly kicking. Y'all hear what I'm saying? So she has, let me pull this up. So she has this baby. And so she, the boyfriend, is said looking at this baby. See, the boyfriend holding this baby. Now, I don't know if this boyfriend was blind for all of 5, 10, 15 minutes, but you can clearly tell that this is not a real baby. First of all, didn't anybody say, why ain't this baby crying? Why ain't this baby have a certain smell? Why ain't this baby moving? Why ain't this baby feeling like a real baby? Ain't nobody said none of that. Because it wasn't real. So she carried around. She done had this baby and family and friends and the boyfriend coming over and they seeing the baby until the mother, her mother, said that something was real odd because see, she never wanted anybody to hold the baby. She never wanted anybody near the baby. She didn't want nobody going up there in that nursery until the cat was out the bag, child. She could not keep this lie no more because why? Because she was never pregnant. And then it exploded in her face. And so the cousin said that, look, everybody was up in the family group chat and said, listen, Kiara nutso for the gutso. She out here lying about that baby. She done named this baby. She got a stroller for this baby. She done got all these gifts for this baby. And this baby ain't real. What was her name? Kiara? Hold on. Not Kiara. I'm sorry. Kira Cousins. Kira Cousins. This is what she says. I'm so sorry. Kira Cousins has addressed the scam that shocked social media, confirming that she faked scans, messages, a whole birth story, and acted like a doll was a real baby. The mom at the center of the fake baby scandal has shared a series of posts addressing the scam that shocked social media. Kara Cousins, who's 22, has been accused of duping those closest to her into believing a plastic reborn doll was her tiny daughter named Bonnie Lee Joy. See, I hate that because I like that name. I like that name, Bonnie Lee. After wearing a prosthetic bump for months before pretending to give birth, she said Tuesday morning, I'm so sorry. I'm now in a now deleted Instagram story. She said, I wasn't pregnant. There was no baby. I made it up and I kept it going way too far. I faced scans, messages, a whole birth story, and acted like a doll was a real baby. I know how bad it is. I effed up. I just didn't know how to stop once I started. I know this is going to stick with me for a lifetime, and there's not much I can do about it but say, I'm sorry. Hey, Tanya, is that what you got to say, Kara? Huh? Is that what you got to say, girl? You sorry? Hey, Trina, you sorry that you lied about having a baby, and then you lied about having birth, and then you went and got a fake doll, and you thought that people was going to believe this was a real doll. Kira, I'm going to need you to go somewhere and sit down. Sit all the way down. You're a fraud, ma'am. Go somewhere and sit down. Thinking that somebody's going to believe. I just can't believe the baby father was holding this fake doll and looking at it, thinking about, ooh, that's my Bonnie Lee. It ain't even real. She better have, what'd you say, Catherine? She better have a reveal who gave them gifts. I know that's right. Tanya, Kira Cousins faked her pregnancy. And that little baby you see on the right is a fake doll. She had a fake label too. She could have at least sprung for one of those home or baby that cries, right? If you're gonna pay some money for a fake baby, if you're gonna put on a fraud, get a baby that cries. Get a baby. Now, this baby that she did get, it does move, but it moves in a like a doll movement, like a robot. This ain't no real baby. So she went in on the like, honey, Tanya, when I tell you, honey, for 9 months, she stuck by Auntie. Therapy, counseling. She needed all because there's something wrong with her. Not her doing the policy. Okay, Laquita. And how do you react to that if you're her mother? If you're the father of said child, how do you react to that? Because see, as a cousin, I'm gonna say, look, I love you, but there's something wrong with you. You got us out here doing a gender reveal, a baby shower. I done went down there to good old Marshalls and I done bought 3 outfits, some pampers. I done got you a bottle. What's wrong with you, girl? Was he not there when she went into fake labor and had the reborn baby? No, no, no. Megan, as the story goes, she didn't, of course, go to the hospital. She had it at home. I believe she had it at home, Megan. And then, poof, there's the baby child. Wasn't nobody there. She wasn't going to the hospital for what? Oh, and then this is the best part, y'all. Hold on. Let me tell you this, y'all. I left this out. Before it got too deep, she said that the baby had a heart condition, had a hole in his heart when it was born. And y'all, guess what? The baby died suddenly. Mhm. Because see, she could no longer keep up the charade, child. So she done had that baby die from a heart condition. Girl! Y'all, woo-hoo, Laquita. Hey, Desiree. Hey, Regina. Miss Kelly. You can read up on it. Google Kira Cousins. You can read it, child. Or go to any social media. It's all over Facebook. It's all over TikTok. It's all over Instagram, child. What was she gonna do as the baby get older? I mean, what was her Tanya? She didn't know what she was doing. Exactly. What was she going to do? Honey, she sure did. Hey, Tina, honey, she took this lie to the top of the hill, honey. And then she done faked and said that this baby done died from a heart condition. Even though before the baby died, everybody done caught on. Everybody knew that baby wasn't real. don't look at the Megan doll. She probably tried to build it. Hey, Andrell. Hey, Andrell. I'm taking off my shoe and we proceed to, well, exactly. Exactly. She had no plan. She wanted the attention. Well, she got it. And her cousin spilled the beans. Absolutely insane. Insane. Auntie, they didn't have no funeral Honey, listen, if I was her mama or if I was that baby daddy, I would have football kicked that baby. Do you hear me? And then I would have set it on fire. Wrong with you? Conjuring up this evil. Honey, when I tell you I would have twisted every arm and leg off, you gonna get this up out of here? I mean, I didn't understand she was smart enough to lie about all this. But she is smart enough to lie about the exit plan. Yeah, Tanya, she didn't have nothing together. She wanted attention. Well, she got it. Build a baby. Build a baby child. How old was she, Catherine? She was 22. She's 22. Miss Kelly, very much so. Very much so. Who does that? I'm waiting for the Netflix documentary because Netflix is all over this. So probably next year, the next couple of years, it's going to be a documentary on it. Hey, Tamika. Lazy. Laquita, she was lazy. She couldn't get it right. She didn't know what you going to say. The end game was this baby got to die. So she made up the heart condition. Girl, if you don't go somewhere and sit down, honey, I hope her mama thumped her forehead. Up here embarrassing me. Now, let me find out she burned America. Girl, listen, Catherine, listen. I wish there would be a GoFundMe. She better fund her some therapy. A GoFundMe. Honey, that little doll better be somewhere in the trash on fire. That's where that doll better be. I need to see the baby shot. Let me see if I can find it. Um, well, here's one. Where's that one with him holding? Okay, right here's another one. Hold on. Child, they might have took that down. Oh, this is a good picture right here. Look, this is a better picture. Now I want y'all to look at this. Now look at that. Look. Look at that. Look at the balloons. Look at the decoration. Look at the smile, y'all. Look at all the gifts. I mean, it's unreal. Now look at this one. This is the gender reveal. Look, that's the daddy. That's the daddy, and right there, she's popping out the color to see what the baby is. Look, they done got it decorated. She's excited. She's popping to see, the little gut. Look at this. And this is a better picture of this baby. Now you're gonna tell me that you think this baby real? Look at that. Look at that. Honey, denial. Denial is a river in Egypt. Look at that. Somebody said on TikTok, what did they bring to the repast? Somebody said what they bring to the repast, Chad. What did you say, LaQuita? Nah, I would have to put that on eBay. I heard them dolls are expensive. Let me tell you something. That doll ain't right, LaQuita. Look, it was used for an evil thing, child. That doll all over the internet. Nobody try to buy that. Now she needs a whooping, not letting people bless that doll. Oops, hey, Beck. No, look at it. Maybe she done went down there to that good old dollar store and got that doll. Child, let me get her off of here, child. A mess. I want to ask y'all a question. Or I'm not going to ask a question. I'm going to say something. Y'all know faith is free, right? Do y'all know faith is free? I'm about to dig in the bishop. I am. And I'm not going to have no qualms about it. I'm not going to feel bad about it. I'm about to dig into Bishop Winans because I'm tired of him. I'm tired of him. I'm tired of his ways. I'm tired of his mouth. I'm tired of his arrogance. I'm tired of him staying behind. I am a man of God. Meanwhile, treating his congregation like trash. Bishop, yay shit. Now, if y'all want to be mad at me, so be it. I'm going to speak my piece on this. This is Bishop Marvin Wyman. He has a successful church. I guess in his eyes, it's successful. But every time when I see him, he's somewhere begging. He's begging and begging and begging and wanting and wanting and wanting and taking and taking and taking. I'm gonna play y'all something. Just bear with me. Couple of ways. Have 1,000 plus one. That means you're coming with your 1,000 that you're giving, plus you've asked someone else to give. Now you don't have to start at 1,000, and we're going to deal. So in other words, if you say I'm coming with my 1,000 plus another 3,000, then you'll say that. If you didn't get the plus one. Play the one if you can hear him. Play the one if you can hear it. Can you hear him? Did you hear him? Play the one if you heard him. Let me play it again. Plus. Back. You understand? And if you didn't get the plus one, but you with $50, you're gonna come say that this is my 1,000 plus 250. You with me? And we're gonna go all the way down. So I need you, in order for this to work, I need you to come when you're called. With the offering that you're bringing. We're gonna do this. Okay, so he's up in front of his congregation, and he is saying that when you come up to the offering, there is a way to do it. He says now, it's going to be different lines. You come up and you have $1,000. You're right here. If you come up and say, I have $1,000, you right here. If you come up and say, if I have $250 attached to the $1,000, you right here. Now, if you come up here and say, well, you know what, Bishop, I only got $20. Okay, you out in the parking lot. Why are you even in this church? Now, of course, he didn't say that, but that's how it seems. Now, he spent a lot of time giving instruction on how the congregation should stand in line to give him said thousands and thousands of dollars in this economy. Give us faith and plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come all that participated. Now that's only $1,200. Yes. Now stop right here. So it's this woman who's part of the congregation. She comes up with her offering and she says, here is $1,000 plus 230 some dollars. And he looks at her in front of the whole church and he says, this is only $1,200. Now see, I gave you clear instructions on what you should be doing. It's only $1,200. And so she says, oh, well, I'm sorry. I have to come up with the $800 to make it $2,000. And he turns and dismisses her. Faith is free. Now, let me say this. I have no problem in giving tithes to a church. I have no problem in, if you feel the need to give to your church, so be it. I have no problem in them passing around the plate each Sunday. I have no problem in that whatsoever. But when you stand up and you are in front of that congregation and you demean one of your members, like the amount of money that she gave was not good enough, because that's what it was. Even though, he made it seem like she wasn't following instructions. Bishop, it shouldn't be instructions. You spend more time telling them how to get in line than preaching the word. What did you do? Wake up that morning and say, you know what, God, I'm going to put you on hold for just a little bit. The congregation need to come together and put this money, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, into this church to show me how much they love the Lord. Kick bricks. So the sister of the church, who was humiliated, by the way, I said it. You humiliated that woman. You embarrassed this woman. And what she put in your hand, you made it seem like it wasn't good enough. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You done went down there to Suit City Suits and you think you're cute. This is what she says, the sister of the church. He absolutely did not rebuke me. Now, there's a difference. There was a correction because let me clearly state that pastor gave instruction on the lines to get into. Roberta McCoy. This is what he has to say. Bishop, I was calling because the whole church was giving, and it was our day of giving, and the whole church was coming, and we didn't want people standing, the mothers and all that. So I was calling them by increments. This is his defense. He was calling the people up by increments. We had someone that had given out of before, and I corrected it. And I told everybody to listen and come when you call. And that's all that was. How you gonna stand in front of a church and you can't even speak in a complete sentence? I wish y'all would stop. You know why this paragraph don't make any sense? Because he was stuttering, because he was heeing and hawing all over the place trying to figure out something to say. When you use the term increments, when it comes to your church, I don't have any respect for you, Bishop. Increments shouldn't even come out your mouth. It is a giving. It is a blessing. It is what you can afford. How dare you embarrass that woman? I don't care if she says that she didn't follow direction. It shouldn't be a direction to go to. This is a church. And you out there keep saying thousands upon thousands of money. And somebody had a great quote, and I loved it. I screenshotted it. Hershey writes, what's crazy is churches will demand these types of offerings and offer nothing to the congregation. Now, I'm not going to say all churches is like this. I'm just speaking for majority. I ain't going to say majority, but there are, let me say this, some churches like that. And offer nothing to the congregation. No after school programs, no daycare, no summer programs, not even utility or food bank assistance. Black communities give and give to churches and have nothing to show for it but scriptures and bottled water. Please free my people. Honey, that's a mother freaking word. That's a word. Y'all, this is a true story. There was a church, not necessarily a black church. It was a predominantly white church that black people went to. Everybody could go to the church. And this is a true story. In this particular church, they require you to show them, their business people of the church, your tax, your W-2s, I'm sorry, to show how much you made in a year and why you have not been giving the amount they thought you should gain based on your W-2s. And people went to said church. Faith is free. Now, I'm not saying don't go to church. Oh, absolutely not. I'm a PK. Of course, I'm not going to say that. I have my own thing with religion. But what I'm saying is when you are sitting in a church and you are looking at your bishop in the face and he is demeaning one of your members, it's a problem. You are asking your congregation to give you thousands and thousands of money. What about if they can't afford it, sir? What about if they say, you know what, Bishop, I can't give you $1,000. I can't even give you 200. I can't even give you 20. But I'm here to listen to you speak because I'm here for you. I will give what I can when I can. And then here she is, sister of the church, making excuses. But you know what? That's on her. She felt like he was in the right. So be it. If you don't see nothing wrong with it, so be it. If you like it, I love it. But I'm saying I have a problem with it. Every time he's up on social media, it has to do with money. And that's what bothers me about some churches. You got members whose lights got shut off, who can't even pay for daycare. You got members who's working 2, 3 jobs. But then you expect them to put money in that offering plate each Sunday. Hey, Tamika. Come on, Trina. And again, y'all can go watch the video. I got mine from the shade room. Y'all can go watch it on the internet. It's on Twitter. It's on Facebook. It's everywhere. And just the tone, the cadence of the way he was talking to them. I tell you what, and y'all take this to the bank. If I was sitting in that church and that was the first time I ever went to that church, it would have been the last. Because the only thing they would have seen out of me was the back of my head. I would have left. This what you doing? This what you doing? Honey, Tamika, I would have left immediately. Immediately. Again, let me preface this. I have no problem with giving to a church an offering. I have no problem with the offering plate going through. None whatsoever. But you're not going to tell me, you're not going to force me to give and take and take and take, especially if I don't have it. And then you especially not going to make me feel guilty for not giving what you think I should. That is foul. And it hurts my feelings coming from a PK. If y'all don't know what a PK is, it's a preacher's kid. My dad was a preacher. Um, my dad had several churches. My dad was a simple man. Okay. His churches was the little white churches. That was my dad's church. My dad gave his little offering around, the little plate, and whatever was given was given. The church used to have to, they gave money to my dad, but it was just like, here, we're trying to give you money, elder. We're trying to give you money. My dad was a pastor of a country church, a little southern rural country church. That's what I grew up in. My dad, every Sunday, got up there, he preached, and he sat down. It was no lines. It was no talking about. I never even heard my dad talk about money ever, ever. And that's why he had several churches. That's why his members kept coming and coming and coming. That's why all his churches was packed. Was it a mega church? No. Mm-mm. Was the average age 65 to 110? Of course. But everybody left happy. This is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made. That the Lord has made. Hey, I will rejoice. I will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. Okay. And you know what? After church, what we did? We went down those stairs and we had food. The sisters cooked. The way he was just tossing the envelopes behind him, like they was come on, Miss Kelly. Come on, Miss Kelly. Stop making sense. Please stop, Miss Kelly. I see you clock that too. This is the bishop, Miss Kelly. See, Miss Kelly, this is the bishop. How dare you? I was just it really bothered me when I seen that video. And like I said, this ain't the first time we done seen him behave like this. My church will always say, if you can't tithe, you can steal a blessing to others, like volunteering at your church. There's so many things you can do. How about just praying for someone who needs it? How about just saying, you know what? I heard you was having a hard time. Would you like for me to pray with you? I am so sorry you're going through this. Where's that at? Hey, I'm going to pray for you. You got Megan, Megan, hey, I'm gonna pray for you, Megan. Do you have Tudor? See, I would have need for you to put a blessing on this prayer. I wish somebody would tell me that. Honey, you know them videos when you see them people fight in church? We battling. Jesus gonna come off that cross real quick. Yeah, the Bishop of Bling pulling the lady's hair. Tamika, very, very brainwashed. If you choose to tie most of the 10% income, 2,10% of people's income. Right, LaQuita, listen, ma'am, blink twice if you need help. But oh no, about Miss embarrassing her in front of her son, the way his face changed. But remember, Miss Kelly, she didn't follow instruction. It was all on her. And see, it was so much money, he had to use the term increments so they can follow the line. Hey, Sting Queen. Tamika, honey, I seen that, and guess what? Moving on, turned it. Look, turned it, turned it. Why y'all keep justifying that behavior? Why? You cannot justify that. But again, he still got people coming. And they'll be there Sunday, and the next Sunday, and the next Sunday after that, child. He will. And that's fine. Do, 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 do. Hold on. Um, where is it at? Oh, here it is. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Um, I usually don't do this. All right, let me see. I usually don't do this, but I am gonna do this right now. Hold on. Y'all know I do not show children on my page. Y'all know this. But I will show Z and Troy's adorable baby. Now, I don't know how to say the baby's name, Saje, but y'all, it is Saje Isaac Jones. Y'all, look at this baby. Look at that. Now, this is Zaraya and Troy's baby. Now, y'all know I talk about Z and Troy, honey. But one thing they produced was a beautiful, look like a doll, look like a doll. Look at that. That baby is so cute. When I see that baby, I said, oh my word, beautiful. They put it on their Facebook. And again, like y'all, I do not show children, but that baby is beautiful. Beautiful. Congratulations to those two. I don't think there's any news. Shantae, y'all remember Shantae and True? Y'all remember her? Hold on. Hold on. Well, wait a minute now. Now wait a minute. They already done broke up. She got her new man. But child, what happened? She posted a picture with her new man, and child, I don't see it. Did they break up? Child, did they break up, child? Hold on. Do do do. Hold on, let me see. Is she taken down? Child, she might have took it down, child. Let's see if she took it down. Well, the Lord, I guess she must have took it down, y'all. Maybe they broke up. Child, guess who's still going strong? They still together. Y'all, they still together. Julius and not Alexis. Y'all, what's her name? Y'all, what's her name? Is it Alexis or Ashley? Yeah, this is Alexis. Ashley is the one that said he couldn't sleep. Julius and Alexis is still going strong, and allegedly he got him a job. She didn't have to put in no extra shifts. And I think that's it. Oh, and right here, y'all remember when I told you once you leave the show, everything will be fine. Once you leave the show, you'll start face clearing up. You start look good once you leave the show. This is Bianca. Look how good Bianca looks. Y'all know she pregnant, and Bianca looks good. Hair is shiny, face is clear. She got her little baby bump. She done got away from Daniel. She done quit the drinking. Go ahead, Bianca. I'm happy for you, girl. Tina said, I saw that he's going to be a CDL driver. So when he said he wasn't going to be no delivery driver, I guess he was going to be one after all. Okay, Tina. Look, I'm just happy he doing something other than rapping. How about that? Honey, she gonna stick by him. Shantae, the chef. You know why I can't find that picture of her man? Let me see. Damn. I don't know if they done broke up. Oh, what happened? I know she put one up. No, I don't see it. So, oh well, child. Well, anyway, she had her man. All right, that's it. That's it, child. Right, mumbling. Thank you, Laquita. Mumbling, mumbling. Now, bitty, bitty, bitty. 20 minutes on this 90-day fiance recap. 20 minutes. That's all you get. 20 minutes because, honey, baby, this, this recap ain't gonna be much. What are they doing with Jeannie and Submit? 90-day fiance crew. What are they doing with Jeannie and Submit? Now they just finding them something to do. Where's the restaurant with the non-water? Why are y'all playing with Jeannie and Submit? This is the whole reason as to why I'm recapping. First, the only good thing we had was the aunt, and she was tripping. Last week you gave us nothing, and this week you ain't gave us a damn thing doing yoga. And his mama done said y'all was fat. Now, Mama Submit, you know Jeannie can't be doing all that bending and pulling and jerking and lurking. She's 67 years old. You trying to get her to break a hip? You don't leave her alone? Where's the restaurant? Y'all ain't gonna be playing with me this season. If this is the best y'all gonna do for Jeannie Submit, you had no business bringing it back. It's my son, Laquita. Please stop. Honey, I said, Mama Submit, please sit down. Please sit down. Just sit down. Now listen, I'm glad everybody's getting along, but I'm gonna need to see more of the restaurant, girl. Honey shady. Oh no, I'm doing it now, Tanya. You right on time. Yeah, that yoga. Look, where did you see that? And then had her drink some sulfur salt. She said this stinks. Honey got her sucking down some type of drink that smell like gas. Child. Yeah, and that's it. That's it for Jeannie and Submit. Child, I was like, y'all got to be kidding me with this. Shut up. Give me something. Go back to that restaurant. Heartbreak. Patty and Dylan. Patia and Dylan, however you say her name, she had no business going over there to Tasmania or Tarantulas, Forest Reds, wherever she go. Where she go, y'all? Tasmania Devil. She had no business going over there to see this boy. She done quit her job. She done left her family. She done went over to Australia. They done broke up 50, 11 times. They tried living together in Thailand. It didn't work. They've been together for 12 years. No ring in sight. In fact, he proposed and took it back. And that is not even the tip of the iceberg. Now we find out he a mama's boy. Ma'am, Patty, Patia, whatever your name is, you should have stayed in the United States. Because, honey, the only thing you did was move closer to the drama of him and his mama. That mama don't like you because she said you old. You too old for my son. And I'm sure other things is gonna come out. Now he's sitting here telling your business. He said that you like to spin, 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 and he said you in debt. He said that you like to live, fancy. Okay? You got to have the champagne. He likes the beer budget. He said you're gonna have to get used to live a simple lifestyle. Y'all, this is gonna be a disaster. This is not going to work. Crocodile Dundee. What'd you say? She better stay inside. They have their fire ants. Honey, them ants gonna eat her up. Guys, look at her. She couldn't get an unstable tenderoni in America. What did you say, Tanya? Next season we will have cement dropping Genie off at the nursing home. Well, listen, that'll be better than what they're giving us now. Oh, look. Oh, yes. Yes. Sulfur water. Well, anyway, that's them two, child. It ain't much. It ain't much. Chloe and Johnny, another couple. Ain't no way this is gonna work. Ain't no way. Now, Johnny says that he wants his, address, his locations turned off of said phones. I don't want you tracking where I'm at. I don't want my whereabouts anywhere. Don't be tracking where I'm at. Turn them off. So Chloe says bet. But then Chloe had a better idea. Chloe said, let me get my homegirl. We drive to the Timu version of the Pirates of the Caribbean, go to his job, and I'm going to spy on him through a tree. Did I miss something? This girl is in a tree spying on Johnny at his job to see if these women are rubbing up against him, if he's rubbing up against these women, these tourists. That's how he make his tips. That's how you met him. And you up in a tree like Tarzan and Jane, like Jane, trying to see what he doing while he at work. You spending all that time. Why ain't you at work? And I cannot believe her friend is up with these shenanigans. I would say, girl, if you want me up in this tree, you're going to be treating me to a $200 meal because ain't no way I'm going to be up in a tree looking at your man swinging from a ship. Have you lost your mind? Frankenstein and the bride of Frankenstein. We have Jane up in the tree looking for the right. again. I'm gonna need for you to turn off locations. Oh, okay, I will. But see, what you don't know is that while you're at work, I'm gonna be in a tree in the woods looking at you. And then she kept talking about I found the perfect spot. I was like, girl, Lord. All because of trust and jealous issues. Johnny is the pirate that you would see at the pirate show at Dirty Myrtle Beach for $40. Okay, a mess, a mess, and that's really all. That's really them. Nothing else. Child, moving on. I told y'all this was going to be quick. That's what I'm saying. Learning to cook, cutting on the stove, trying to convince him to get hot water, like, and she chilling. God, bye, bye. These youngins. Oh no, not them yet, honey. They gonna be last, child. What is her name? Here it is. No, not Luke yet. Is this it? Y'all remember how she said that, she wanted to go back to, was it France? To make her life better, and it will help her marriage, and it will get her closer to her son. She was going to be a stay-at-home mom. She wants to have that type of relationship with her son that her husband had with the son, because the husband was a stay-at-home father, and that son don't even know if she's exist. He don't even know her name, child. See, that was the whole reason of her moving back home. They out here looking for a vehicle. Manning and Anthony, child. They get in the car and they're driving back, and she has a business plan. And she says she wants to start a business. Beauty products, perfume, cologne, fragrances. Because see, she got time on her hands. And see, this is how you do it. You gotta hustle. You gotta hustle and flow. I'm all about making money, because see, my husband ain't about making no money. See, my husband don't know how it is to hustle. But see, I know how to hustle. Yes, I said that I wanted to be closer to my son and be a stay-at-home mom, and for us to have this relationship. And yes, I did throw a big, huge temper tantrum in the vehicle because my husband was spending that, he had my son more than me. And basically, I was a no shit good mom. Okay? He didn't say that, but he kind of did. So I got mad. But see, now I want to start a beef. So Anthony said, this ain't really what the plan was, girl. This was not part of the plan. We had a plan. And where the money gonna come from? We ain't got no money. She said, don't forget who you married to. Investors. See, we ain't gonna put up no dime. I'm gonna put all this together. I'm gonna put up a business portfolio. I'm going to present this to the investors and let the money. Oh, yes, I know. Me building a business over here, me hustling. That means I'm gonna spend less time with our son. But it's okay. It's okay. You still here because see, Anthony let it be known. Anthony said, "Now wait a minute. Pump the brakes. You said that you wanted to spend more time with the baby. This isn't the plan, girl." I will always remember what that sister said at that gathering. I will always remember what the sister said at that gathering. Y'all remember what that sister said, don't you, Wendy? He's in it for the clout. He wants his own power ship one day. She lied, she lied, she lied. A car? Look for a place to live. Bingo. I mean, you're going to have a car to get around, but where is the place to live? It's time to look. Y'all over there living in that matchbox with the in-laws, with your mom and dad. Child, she just wanted additional child care via his parents. She's a mogul. Laquita, she's a mogul. She's a hustle. He's like, Stacy, I want to be free. End of the day, this fridge chick don't even care about wanting to know, is jealous that she thought she could go make money and be head of house. But that son and the husband have a bond, and she's didn't finish. Tanya. If she is a perfect example of anybody can have a baby, everybody can have a baby. He will make that baby and get back to America. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something, Tanya, if he take that baby? Oh, hey, Deidre. So anyway, we'll see how this goes. If she wants to have a business, fine. If it becomes successful, fine. But I'm sorry, you told your husband this is the reason why you went there, and now it's all about this business. Where your son gonna play into that? Huh? Now, let's see. Here we go. Last and most definitely least. Let's see. Hold on. Oops, hold on. Hmm. Oh, where is it? Luke and Maddie. You should have listened to your daddy, Luke. Now we have Maddie. Maddie is back home packing up his stuff in the suitcase, cries not flying, talking about it's set, set. He waiting. He not waiting. He hit me with this triple. He don't want to be married. I'm set. I'm set. So she is backing up his luggage. She done tossed it out outside. She done ripped up the flowers, child. She is mad as hell at him. He is literally in an Uber with cake on his face. And then he's sitting there with cake on his face talking about, I don't think it's even like cake. I think it's like meringue. Luke, have you lost your mind? You are broke. You are in debt. You don't know how to handle money or business. And you just had a 21, 22-year-old girl smash cake in your face, embarrassing you in public in those people's establishment, and you come talking about it's meringue. If you don't get your ass on the next plane home, you're better. You are in your 30s. So he pulls up, he sees his luggage out there, he's seen the torn roses, and he was like, you know what? I'm not even going to bother. I'm not even going to bother. I'm just going to leave. So he leaves. And so we have Maddie, who is just, she's still crying. This is for me. It's sad. Sad. So they meet up. He done cleaned himself off. A day go by, a couple of days, whatever. He gets some beautiful flowers. They meet up. She is hot. She got her legs crossed. She's giving him the scowl. He begging and pleading like he sweat. And then Luke owned it. Luke actually thought that he's going to tell a fibby fib like it wasn't on camera. Honey, Luke sitting there, listen here, baby. Listen. When that stripper came through them doors, I didn't want no parts. See, I almost left. That's how much I didn't want that stripper. I didn't want it. I didn't need it. But they almost beat me up. I was trying to leave. They damn near kidnapped me. I didn't want no parts of that stripper. But see, the 90 Day Fiance producers are shady boots. They said, now you lying. Let's roll that sweet bean footage. And what was Luke doing, y'all? Let me see it. Was it wrong? Was it right? 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 Honey, she was all up on Luke's lap. She was grind with me. Honey, she said, I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. Honey, she had child money all up in her face, in her eye sockets, in her hair, in her neck. But see, Luke said that he had his hands up and said he didn't want to touch it. Luke said, I didn't want to go nowhere near her. They kept me hostage. Honey, Maddie was like, you sitting here loud. Maddie said, you want to be with her. You want to be with her. You obsessed with her. Did you touch her? Did you touch her? Did you touch her? You didn't leave. You wanted to touch her. And then here's Lou lie talking about. I had my hands up the whole time. I had them up. I did not touch this woman. Oh, oh. Just up and lie, child. My neck, my back, lick my and my crack. Okay, Trina? That's what Luke was doing. Little lying ass. So anyway, she wasn't buying it. She said, you should have left the party. You should have had her leave. He said, I don't want her. I want you. I want to be with you. Okay? I want to marry you. Well, honey, why he say that? Honey, Maddie said it's over. I said, now wait a minute. We only in what episode is 5, y'all? Maddie said it's over. I'm not marrying you. The engagement is off. We are broken up. You done had that stripper up in your house. You done had that party after I told you not to. It's done. I'm done with you. And so he was like, man, are you serious? She was like, I'm serious. I'm done with you. She said it's over. And I was like, well, obviously they're going to get back together because this could be the end of that storyline, is it? Man, you tripping. Wait, listen, good, good, because you need to go back home. Anyway, Luke, out here with cake in your face that somebody done put in your a 20-something-year-old that shoved cake in your embarrassing. No, because you had a little stripper juice running down your chin. Talking about he didn't want to be there. He was about to leave. Did nobody hold you hostage? You was about to leave. There was no about. You stayed because you wanted to. Honey, and it's gonna be, honey, recycled, Wendy. Recycled. Madeline upset she met Luke at a club. She's afraid she's gonna lose him the way she got. Ciao. All that hooting and hollering, child. Then he goes and she goes and lays down. And what about when he goes in there to try to kiss her bye? Honey, she said, get out. Get out. I said, child, if you don't go on that plane. Well, anyway, child, that's it. That's 90 Day Fiance, child. That is 90 Day. Now let's do Seeking Sister Wives real quick. This ain't gonna be long at all. Have I been? Oh, I'm good. I got good timing. And just for the ones that don't know, this is a reminder. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m., I will be live with Mary from Kiki and Kibbitz over at her channel at 7 p.m. tomorrow, Thursday. Don't forget, 7 p.m. Me and Kiki, honey. Let's see. I thought I had a picture of them. I guess I don't. How is that even possible? Speaking Sister Wives. Yes, Wendy, I'm still watching Sister Wives. I'm just not recapping. I'm talking about Seeking Sister Wives. But yes, I am watching Sister Wives, child. Let's talk about the smartest man in the world, Nick. Oh, he gets on my nerves so bad. Teresa, you're doing too much, girl. They're all going out to dinner. There is Nick, Teresa, April, and Jennifer. Jennifer and April are, they've been around for a long time. Teresa is the recruit. Teresa was a prostitute for 17 years. She also said that everybody get along, everybody be in the bed together doing a little bump and grind. So they're all going out to dinner. And guess what, y'all? Nick said that he don't drive. See, he's going to be driven. So he's in the back seat while a woman's driving. And then one of the wives said, a king don't drive. Where the king at? Because see, Nick ain't no king, honey. And if he is a king, he will not want his queen to drive. Nick thinks that, he knows it all, he sees it all, he gets on my nerves so bad. So they're at the restaurant. And so everybody's getting their food and they're having fun. And then Teresa says, well, guess what? I'm part of this family now. It's only been 6 months, but I'm here to let you know I want y'all's last name. I was like, Teresa, why are you in a hurry? And that's really what the women were saying. The women was like, look, Teresa cool and all, but she's moving a little too fast for us. And we've already been burned one time before. She needs to pump her brakes a little bit. Give us time to breathe. Get to know us a little bit better. Teresa sitting there saying, listen, I want to be a part of this. Yes, have known them. Well, she especially known Nick for many, many years. But being in this type of relationship, it's going to take some adjustment and time. Teresa says in 6 months, I adjusted. Girl, slow down. And so here's Nick trying to talk about how he feels. Y'all, this is exactly what he said. He said, Teresa, I'm just here to tell you, let me give you a story. And let me tell you about allegiance. Let me tell you about Quest. Let me tell you about a girl who did rush into things. Her name was Little Bo Peep. And see, Little Bo Peep manifested a sheep. And Little Bo Peep lost said sheep because she rushed into the sheep tail DT. Nick, if you don't shut the entire F up. And so then here is Jennifer and April, and they were like, right, my man's a genius. Did you see how he coordinated that sentence? That made no sense. And so Teresa is sitting there looking at him. Nobody knew what he was talking about. He didn't even know what he was talking about. And Teresa was like, I would say, if you don't eat your soup. So anyway, they get back home. He's in the little room reading. And then he's talking about how she used to be a rapper. I said, you was a prostitute rapper? You was a rapping lady of the street? You was rapping in the sheet? So then she says that she was on tour or that she rapped with Tech Nine and Rakim. I said, now I know you lied. See, I went and I did some investigative work. Where is she at? I found a picture, but it was old. I should have saved it. Damn. If y'all don't know, Rakim and Tech Nine are pretty big rappers. I mean, Rakim is a really big rapper. Hold on, y'all. So she did her little rap. And so he was like, oh, Lord. And I said, you ain't got no room to talk, Mr. Thesaurus. She rapping like you talk. Don't make no sense. So then they just talk about, her wanting to take the last name and how she's known him for years and how he don't want her to rush it. And her past is the only interesting part, and TLC wants to have it right. I want to know more about Teresa. What was going on? Hey, Tiffany, where was you out on these street partners? Or what happened? Snapping fingers. Another non-rapping rapper, child. Yeah, don't have a job, ain't trying a job. See, he wants his queen to work, so he don't have to work. He's a stay-at-home father, which there's nothing wrong with that at all. There's just something about Nick that just grinds me the wrong way. I bet they all were workers. How dumb are they that they listen to him so intently and acting like he's dropping jewels, Aquina? Just stringing words together that makes no sense. It makes no sense. I would have to say, look, you're going to have to shut up. You ain't doing nothing but rambling and bambling, child. Just hush your mouth. This right here. This right here. I thought I had. Uh, I guess not. Y'all, I thought I had them. Angelica, Angelica, girl, Shanae is not your sister wife. You want Shanae to be your girlfriend? And it's okay, girl. You want Shanae to be your girlfriend, honey. Now we have Matt, Angelica, and we know Shanae is getting her back blown out from somebody else because Matt don't know how to communicate. Matt ain't trying to, meet Shanae halfway. He wants Shanae and her child to move to them. And she said, hell no. I'm no longer spending a couple of hours 2 times a week in a hotel with you. So I done went and I done found me somebody else and he blowing out my back. Stay mad. And he got all upset. And honey, Angelica, she looked like she was in the dumps. And so Shanae said, don't call me, I'll call you. So it's the next whatever. And so Angelica said, listen, you're going to have to call Shanae. We need her back. She is with us. She's a threesome. I can't have this. I don't want you by myself. I need her. She's my friend. And so he said, listen, I done tried. I done called, I done texted. It ain't nothing I can do. She ain't talking to me. I'm not going to keep reaching out. And so Angelica said, do more, do better. So now they've been with Shanae for 2, 3 years. 2 to 3 years. This woman has given up part of her life to be with this couple. He done went and then found another woman, Marilyn, that he's known he dated years ago. They done hooked up back on social media, and he tells Angelica that they've been talking to each other in the DMs. I said, there's no way I can have this type of lifestyle. There's no way I could have this type of lifestyle. I would say, Negro, what? We done. Shanae been gone for 30 seconds. And you talking to another woman? Marilyn. And so he said, yeah, I want you to meet her. Child, y'all ain't heard nothing yet. So they go meet Marilyn that he ain't seen her in years. And they only dated for like 6 months, but it didn't work out. Haven't seen this woman for years. They go and meet her, and y'all, she's a witch. And she's a pretty lady, but she says that she is a witch. But she says that she wants to say she's a goddess witch. I said, y'all know how this turned out. It was a disaster. Angelica said, where'd you find this woman? Angelica said, I know the hell not. Okay, we going home. And you're gonna quit making googly eyes with her and flirting with her, talk about how good she look. I wanna go home. This woman says she's a goddess witch. Get me out of here, man. And so here come Matt. Matt come talking about, yeah, I don't think this is gonna work out. You think? You got it. And so Angelica said, I'm going to say this and I'm going to say this now. Hear me and hear me now. You better get yourself and you better go find Shanae and you better get my girlfriend back. Screw you. I want my girlfriend back. You done got my girlfriend out here, got her knees bent by some other dude, and you got me up here in the witch's factory. She'll bite you. That's what she said. Give me your kneecap. What are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? Raid? Why in the previous show said her and Celie can't be friends if Mister got a new woman? What are y'all? Okay, who is next? Doo-doo. All right, we got Gary, Danielle, and Lorena. There's still some communications issues because she has that freaking um Tiffany throwing you off. Tiffany throwing you off talking about Canal Street. Yes, she is, Trina. I don't know what. Is that the raid? So we have Gary, Danielle, and Lorena. There's still communications issue because she has that freaking translator app. And of course, Danielle is still squalling, crying because she said it's going to be a big change when it is time for him to get it on with Lorena, and they have to have their sleeping schedules. Their son he bought Lorena a bike so she could see how beautiful Colorado is, and the son built the bike. Danielle and Garrick was in the conversation. They was doing the meeting with the sleeping arrangements. Lorena felt left out, and she let it be known that she felt left out, and they said they're sorry. Mm. Catherine, I can't stand Garrick. Translate app. Only one Brazilian women and didn't learn a bit of Portuguese. See, Wendy, that's the thing. You like these exotic, beautiful looking women, but why didn't either one of y'all try to learn the language? Do you want to know why, Wendy? Do you want to know why? Because Garrett don't care about her language. He don't care about the culture. The only reason why Garrett had that woman in his house is to bend them knees back. And that's it. He don't care. Just as long as he got them two women in that house. And Danielle standing up there looking foolish. It's gonna be so hard leaving the room, and she's gonna be in Gary's bed. Yeah, I will kick you into the room. So aggravating. They got a 6-bedroom house sharing a room, child. Well, you know what? They probably had to. You remember, Wendy? They got children in said house. They got two teenage boys, and then they got that youngin. They better be in the bedroom far away from them kids. Having all this conversation, you got teenage boys up in the house. You with y'all. You boys done see more women dark in that doorway than they can remember. Exactly. Exactly. Well, they said that Tanya, I think they said that Danielle's pregnant. Ain't that the word on the curb, y'all? That Danielle is pregnant, child. That's the rumor. That she's pregnant. Oh, Lorena was pregnant, child. One of them, I think it's Danielle, they said was pregnant. Again. Yes, Tanya, yes, she's supposed to be pregnant. Honey needs to lose that bike and find ass and go home. How about that, Catherine? Why would she lose that bike and go home? She's pulling out that they having a side conversation, and she come talking about, I'm here. My feelings are hurt. Please listen to me. I'm here. I don't understand. Like, girl. Oh, every time when she pull up that translate app, I swear to God, I want to take my fingernails and just rip them off of my hands. Oh, find someone with money in Aspen. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yes, Catherine. She's gorgeous. Danielle's IG account says she's her hubby's wing woman. Girl, shut up. All right, let me. A mess. Yes, he needs to be fixed. Oh, he makes me sick. And he think he is so good looking. Y'all, he thinks he is so good looking, and he's not. He's not. Last and most definitely least, this right here. This ain't gonna work, y'all. This ain't gonna work. Yeso, Danny, and Jackie. Now we know that Danny don't want Yeso to be having sex with these women. We know that she does not want Yeso to have a children with said women because she had a traumatic experience where she can't have any more kids. So she don't want Yeso to have any sex. So what do they meet up with? Jackie. Jackie wants to say, honey, Jackie said, now listen up. Okay? I know we out to dinner. Then when am I gonna get my back blown out? Ah! Okay? God, goodness, we didn't go. Let me see that to see right. Hey! To see right. Hey! To see right. Jackie is not holding her tongue. Jackie said, this is what I want. I want my knees bent. And so here's Yesel. Yesel was like, well, I'm down. I mean, what you doing? Want to go to the bathroom? You want to go to the parking lot? You want to go to the janitor's closet? Like, where are we going? Because I'm there. Meanwhile, Danny is over there eating glass. Child. Danny said, I don't know who you think you talking to, but you ain't going anywhere near my husband. There would be no sex. See, I got a problem with that. And so here is yes, I'm talking about. Mm, yeah, she's got a problem with that, but you know what? What's the big problem? I mean, Jackie Red. And so Jackie was like, okay, she don't want her husband to have sex. I don't really know what I'm doing here. So then you got all these problems. And Jackie is still like, what's the timeline? Because see, I want your man. Danny wasn't paying honey no attention. She just said, you ain't gonna be sleeping with my husband. So they had to get together with their friends and they introduced Jackie to the friends, Jackie to the baby mama, and the baby mama said, now listen here. I have a good relationship with Danny. See, Danny is my best friend, even though I'm the baby mama and the ex of her husband. Me and her are best friends. Now, see, we got something going on here, and you coming up in here, you may destroy it. I'm just making sure that you don't do that. I'm gonna make sure you don't break up these two. Because see, I don't want Dan. I damn sure don't want him. See, I'm only talking to you this way because we have a child together. Jackie, go home. Go home, girl. And you know what? Just like Yeso said, if I can't blow out nobody's back, if they don't want to have children, what are we doing here? We have no business doing this. Because, see, Jackie said that she wants another child. I said, girl, go home. Go home and find somebody else because dating and Yesel ain't it. You're wasting your time and theirs. What dating wants is a nun. That's what dating wants. Dating wants a nun. Tanya says everybody's saying that Yeso sucks. Yes, he does. But only because his wife enables his shitty behavior. The minute he uttered the word sister wife, Danny should have grabbed her kids and her dignity. This is my thing. I don't think Yeso sucks. I'll tell you what. I don't think Yeso sucks. I think him knowing how Danny feels about the woman not what that her that she don't want the whoever this woman is to have a child and for her husband to sleep with him. Okay. And they done had a conversation. They both agreed that they want to be, a sister wife. Now there is a clear divide of what they want from each other. Obviously, Yeso wants to have sex with women. Obviously, Yeso wants to bring a woman in there to be part of the family. Danny don't want that. Danny wants a babysitter slash nanny slash nun. I don't see Yeso sucking. I see Yeso bending a little bit. And again, these are adults who had a conversation beforehand. They had no business being on this show. How about that? Because they're not going to get what they want. Yeso ain't going to get no booty. And Danny definitely ain't going to find no woman who is not willing to, who is going to say, hey, yeah, I don't want to sleep with Yeso. Of course they're going to want to sleep with the man. Unless they want you, Danny. Is that what you want? Is that what you want? Because see, let's make it clear. Danny, do you want a bisexual? Hey, if that's what you want, let that be known. But if you think that you're going to find a sister wife who is not willing to sleep with your husband and don't want to have children, good luck, girl. Good luck. And furthermore, Danny, it's not all about you. See, that's another thing, Tanya. Danny's out here spitting about what she don't want, what she don't want, what she don't want. What about what your man want? It ain't all about you, girl. You out here running your mouth to the ex. I think that Yeso should have some say. And I think that Yeso should put his foot down and say, listen here. I want to sleep with this woman. You're just going to have to get over it. If you want to do this, if we're going to do this, you're going to have to deal with it. It's absolutely ridiculous they're on this show. Make a decision because just like Yeso said, why are we here? And that no one is bringing up. They have children and they have a child in that house. No, Mr. Jazz Hand didn't pop up. He's out here ruining mac and cheese. Oh God, I was not gonna. Honey, that Cardi B said that in the lyric, child. Exactly. Daddy needs to hire a nanny that's 60. Wendy, boom. Then why do this at all? Mm-mm. Not gonna work. It's not going to work at all. And you all, that's it. That's it. Catherine says a picture of him with her pregnant, those skinny jeans. All he needs is a crop top and some hoop earrings. And that's it, y'all. Thank you for joining me for another week of recaps and reviews. And of course, if anything was to happen, um, sometime this week I will give y'all some news you can use. And don't forget, tomorrow I will be over at Mary's channel, Cooking Kibitz, at 7 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to be talking love after lockup, 90 Day Fiance, and other things, child. It's a good time. We always have a good time when I'm over there. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I will see Trina. I did. Trina, I can't recap it, girl. Trina, I can't recap The Perfect Neighbor. I'm getting I'm getting upset just thinking about it, Trina. The way I bawled, oh my God, Trina, I had to take, when I tell you I turned that off, I can't recap that. I was going to recap it, and you know what? I said, no, I can't do it. I wouldn't be able to do it without tearing up my laptop. I would have tore everything up in this house. I was this close to tearing up some in this house. That was so heartbreaking. And then that little boy, oh my sisters, I lost it, yeah. I lost it. Oh, what did the brother say? What did the brother say, Trina? What did he say? He said, is he okay? Or is it okay? Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, honey, Trina said, go ahead and go to bed. But anyway, if you have Netflix and you have not seen The Perfect Neighbor, I say watch it. I won't watch it again. I'm on and done. It is powerful, it is emotional, it is upsetting, but it is something that you need to watch. If you think that you're going to sit there and you're not going to cry, you have no soul. You have no soul. It is so heartbreaking. I remember when that happened. It's a true story, of course, but I remember when that happened. I thought, oh my God, oh my God. Everybody say thank you, Trina. Everybody say thank you, Trina, for bringing up The Perfect Neighbor. That was it. When the children was given the news. Yes, Sly. Oh, Slithering Banks. Oh man, it was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking. Honey, Laquita, that Karen. Oh my God. If I could have, mm, mm, that could have been prevented if they had arrested that bitch. Laquita, you trying to get me out my shorts? Laquita, you trying to get me out my shorts? What gets me? Laquita, Trina, Slytherin. Why? She was a nasty, disgusting bitch. And I hope when she enters hell, because that's where she goes. When she enters hell, I hope it's head first. Head first. Leave them kids alone. They wasn't bothering nobody. They were literally playing. And she made all those calls. This miserable heifer. No, y'all, that part when she decided she wasn't going to stand up and get cuffed. Oof, oh, traitor. Oh my God. Trina, was you heated, honey? Ah, whoo, no, and her coming back to get her things after the house would have been done. Honey, actress, honey, when I tell you gasoline slithering, gasoline, baby, you ain't said nothing but a word, honey. I was. See, this is why. See, y'all done brought me in. Y'all done shut me in. I said I was not gonna do this. Slither, when I tell you that whole place would have burnt to the ground. Do you hear me, Slithering? Oh, honey, I know you were, Trina. Honey, heated was not even the word. I was over. I was done. Mhm. Ooh, child. Honey, it's just exactly all of this could have been prevented. I mean, it was just a terrible, terrible story. It was sad. And this heifer, it was terrible. It was just terrible. It was felt so bad for his siblings. I lost it, y'all. Y'all, I lost it. It's just, yeah, only one cop came with it, right? And then come to find out it was a rental and she didn't own it. Talking about right, Trina. And she made it like it's her piece, like it's her property. Oh, she's a disgusting human being. A disgusting human being. Disgusting. Catherine said how they let her back home after that and no one came to visit with a bat. Oof. Catherine, I don't know because I would have, to tell you the truth, and y'all know I don't believe in the V word. Hey, Tracy, I don't believe in the V word. She would have got it. She would have got it. And that's all I'm going to say. She would have got it. Walking? Look, Catherine, you used the term walking. She would have got it. Oh, I think that's all. Y'all. That's all I'm saying. And again, it wouldn't have even been no conversation. I would have. She would have got it. And let me tell you what I would have did. I would have told everybody I love you. I don't know what's gonna happen next, but she would have got it. I love you. And I would have waited for them, for the cops to pull up. Miss Sass, where's she at? Miss Sass, what'd you do with her? Miss Sass, does she still have kneecaps? Miss Sass, does she still have skin on her bones? Miss Sass, did you empty all the blood? Miss Sass, did you cave in her forehead? Miss Sass, did you have to destroy that house, burn it down, kick the dog, kick the cat, tear up her car, blow up her car? Did you have to do that, Miss Sass? Why'd you have to take out her teeth? Miss Sass, did you take out her teeth? Just like that. Just like that. Warranted. You done caused destruction and pain and chaos and death to my family. We are mourning. We are in pain. We are grieving. Everybody get it. Wendy, Wendy, everybody get it. Now, I will say, I will leave the door cracked so one of them animals will run out. But you ain't give your chance. You got 30 seconds to run out, little cat, little dog. And if you don't make it, you're gonna get it with your mama. You hear me, Wendy? They gonna have 30 seconds. They gonna have 30 seconds to get up out the house. You in the house, everybody in the house getting it. Yeah, she was doing everything. Right, Trina, doing everything. The whole neighborhood know what's up. Uh-huh. When the whole neighborhood say the same thing, we know what's up. Hey, Tanya, we talking about the perfect neighbor. Let me find the pic. Look at this. I want y'all to look at this. Look, look. I want y'all to see this woman that shape. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Hmm. And if y'all don't know, I give y'all, hold on. I'll read it to you. I would play the trailer, but y'all know how copyright is. Y'all, this is this heifer. Honey, that look like she built like a recliner child. This is her. Look at her. Look. Look at her. If y'all don't know, I'm going to read it to you so I can get it right. The Perfect Neighbor is on Netflix, and it's a documentary about a white Florida woman who shot and unalived her neighbor. A black mother of four in 2023 pieced together using footage from police body cameras. There are no talking heads, just 2 years worth of recordings of police interacting with the pew pew 60-year-old bitch, Susan Lawrence, who frequently made complaints about the local kids being loud while playing in a vacant lot near the Florida home, as well as body cam footage of interviews with her neighbors. In 2024, the bitch was found guilty of manslaughter. Let's not forget that. Right, Trina? Right, Trina? Right, Laquita? Let's not forget that. She was convicted of manslaughter. I wanted that heifer to fry. I wanted her to fry. I wanted her to fry. She was found guilty of manslaughter with the firearm and is now serving a 25-year prison sentence. I hope she dies there. I want her to die there. I want this bad built heifer to die there. And I hope it's painful. I hope it's long. I hope she's making friends in prison. I hope they are beating her ass every chance they get. She's a disgusting, vile human being who does not need grace, who does not need prayer. She took that woman's life because the children was playing in a vacant lot. You know, one of the co-workers and I was talking about it. And he said she should have been arrested several. He said as me as when she made those phone calls, he said she should have been arrested each time. Children playing in a vacant lot. And she built like a recliner. Look at that mess. She looked like she smells. I love the neighbor that said all the kids in the neighborhood were her babies and told the cop, "You want me to make your life easier? What the F is wrong with you?" Right? It blows my mind when I see videos and people was like, they done called the cops on my kids riding the bike down the road. Oh, they riding in front of my house. They're loud. What do you expect a child to do in the neighborhood? You want a child to stay cooped up in their home? A child needs to play. A child needs to ride their bike. A child needs to play basketball. If they're not bothering you, leave the children alone. Leave them alone. Let these kids play. They wasn't hurting anybody, but you're just a mean, angry, monster, evil woman. And I can't, burn in hell. That's where you're going, ma'am. Miserable. To be ashamed. I mean, I would be ashamed to even call the cops on children. If I see in my neighborhood, see kids go up and down the road on their four-wheelers. I see kids playing basketball. They're walking. They're on their bikes. Do you think I pick up the phone and say, yeah, there's some kids that are loud that's walking up and down the road? Who does that? I just don't understand that. You're evil. You're evil. That's what you are, evil. No, it was a trial, Catherine. It was a trial. Oh, Trina already answered it. Yeah, Catherine, it was a trial. It sure was. And this story, I think it was in there. Tanya, I think Tanya said she remembers this story. Yeah, this story is recent. I think 2023. So yeah, go ahead and do your research. If you want to watch it. But just I want you to let it be known. Whoever's going to watch it, get your tissues ready. Get your tissues ready. It's so heartbreaking. Her babies. I just uh, anyway. Make all the noise you want. Just be done by 11 p.m. and don't knock on my door and break my ish. And we go. We go. I mean, we go. I mean, I just I can see if it was late, if they were doing like damage, if they were like, going up to her door and banging on the door and kicking it and saying, okay, if you do that numerous times, I'm going to go talk to your parents. That's what we're going to do. We're going to have a conversation with your parents. I'm not going to call the cops unless something serious happens. Now, let me tell you this. Do y'all remember that story of that little white boy that showed up on them black people's porch and he had a whip? Everybody's still alive. Y'all understand what I'm saying? There was a little white boy who showed up on black people's porch with a whip. And he was knocking and knocking and yelling and knocking. And he was flinging that whip around. So the black parents went to the white parents and confronted them and said, we're going to have a problem. See, that's different. Okay? You are teaching your child hate. So I'm going to whoop your ass as a parent. Me and you fighting. Now you want to call the cops or an ambulance. You can call both. But you got that kid on my porch with a whip. I got a problem with that. Now, see, that's an issue. These kids weren't doing that. They were playing in a vacant lot. And they were dealing with a racist bitch who had a nerve to call the cops numerous times. It's a clear difference. And again, everybody's alive. They didn't even put their hands on that young boy. They didn't put their hands. They went to the parents. Now me, catch me on a good day. I would have fought the whole neighborhood, even the kid. Come to my porch with a whip. I'll show you a whip. Where was that at? What state was that? Where was that at? There it is. Video shows Texas boy at a black family's door cracking a whip. This happened May the 16th, 2022, and honey, it happened in Texas. What's going on in Texas? It was Texas. Man, listen, I would have, woo! It was in 20, what did I tell you, Laquita? It was May the 16th, 2022. Yeah, went to the front and was cracking the whip. Miss Sass, what did you do with little Johnny? Miss Sass, did you have to go upside Johnny's head like that? Miss Sass, did you have to take that whip and just crack his toenails? Miss Sass, did you have to go to his mama and daddy's house and beat both their asses and then beat them with that whip and then set the car on fire? Slithering! Slithering! When she was about to be arrested, she said she's not doing it. Her privilege was on full display. Oh, Megan, I know, child. I know. I know, girl. It was disgusting, and she was disgusting. She got 25 years, so she ain't got to worry about any children. She ain't got to worry about children playing. She ain't got to worry about being disturbed. She ain't got to worry about that. The only thing she got to worry about is her bunkmate. I never heard of it either. Forney, Texas, honey. That's one of them small hillbilly side dish towns, honey. That's full of racism. That's what that is, Wendy. Honey, that time, Johnny, what Johnny know about a whip? What that little boy know about a whip? He's taught that. And then he goes to a black person's home. You know what? How much do they love their child? Because if he could have been somebody else, they wouldn't have had no more Johnny. You come knocking on the wrong door on the wrong day at the wrong time, and you see what happens. Y'all need to quit playing with people. And then when they ain't got no Johnny no more, they be up on the news crying. Yes, he was 9 years old. What he know about a whip, Wendy? Oh yeah, Tanya, he was arrested. I mean, the father had got arrested because I believe he had a pew pew. He came out with a pew pew. When they confronted him, he came out with the or something like that, something that caused him brandishing, I think. Yeah, Slytherin. Please explain it to me. Why you got one? Why you got a whip? Laquita? Child? Tanya, I know that's right. He got a whip. He could have been mowing my grass. Put yourself to work. See, you got too much time on your hands, Johnny. You showing up on my porch with a whip, cracking a whip. Oh, I didn't think about that. It may be a sundown town. I don't know. Oh, Wendy, he did. He did. I think that's why he got arrested for brandishing. But anyway, y'all, I appreciate y'all. Of course, I will be seeing y'all soon. I'm going to try to put up a video. Maybe not live. Let's see. What's tomorrow? Thursday. I'm going to try to put up a video Saturday. Um, and we'll take it from there. Demanding that their daughter um come outside. What is a sundown town? Catherine, a sundown town is an old term about if you are a person of color, don't be in that town when the sun goes down. You understand what I'm saying? If you are in a southern town and the sun goes down, you better leave. You may not make it out. That's a sundown town. Let me see when that term was originated. Maybe in the 50s? I may be lying. Hold on. 1950s. Oh, well, hold on. Let me read this. Sundown towns originated in the United States during the 19th century, becoming common after uh, Reconstruction ended in 1877 and continued through the civil rights movement in the mid 20th century. These all white communities became widespread following the periods of racial segregation and Jim Crow laws. Examples: these towns often enforced their policies with signs, postings, and warnings for people of color to leave by sundown. There are signs in the 20th century that says no Mexicans after night in Colorado and whites only within city limits after dark in Connecticut. Child, and I said Southern. It's just ain't in the South, is it, huh? Tomorrow, we'll see you tomorrow. Yes, you will see me over at Mary's channel, Kiki and Kibbitz. Ain't that crazy? How sad. How sad. Trash. They're trash. All right, y'all, that's it. I'm gone. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Hey, 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 guess where I'm going tomorrow? Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's. Wendy everywhere. They're everywhere. The hatred is everywhere. You're right. Everywhere. Trader, I did. I wasn't going to, but you sucked me in, child. Trader Joe's tomorrow. All right, y'all. I will see you soon. I love y'all. And good night. Do 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 do.